some madness and badness. Combination. Grr. On morning side, got no stick in.
Hello, Dish from the Den. I'm Jake Parr.
I'm Elijah Diaz.
And today we have two of our ladies from Canyon View.
Celeste.
Rhian.
And they're here to talk about HOSA and all of their health organization stuff.
Thanks, Jake. I
Yep.
appreciate that.
This is a big deal. Ryan's our first ever second person to come back on. First,
Yeah.
nope, not first ever, second. First,
Recurring.
yeah, recurring would be the word.
Oh.
To come back on. So
I guess
welcome
that's
back on.
special.
Actually, you were our
Additional.
last podcast, and now you're our first.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
this is
Yeah.
sweet.
You
I
finished
like
off the year,
this.
now you're starting the year off.
I'm excited. This is exciting.
All right. So we're here to talk about HOSA. What do you guys love? Or let's just start with what is HOSA?
So HOSA is Health Occupation Students of America, and it basically just gives students the opportunity to learn about healthcare and the jobs that it can provide if you want to go into that. And yeah.
With being in HOSA, you compete, you take tests, you get to decide if you want to be with a group or a partner as you take tests, and it's all about like competing at a level where you can show off your skills in certain set areas for medical. Like last year I competed as an EMT, and this year I plan to try and compete for clinical nursing.
Yeah, and it's not just all about the testing. We do fundraisers too. We do community service, helping out with blood drives, things like that. And, it's just a good way to get involved with something that you might want to do for your future. And, yeah, the competitions are just a better way to look through, I guess.
It's a great way to network.
So what's your guys' favorite part about being in HOSA? Like if you had to pick one thing out of however long you've done it.
I would say probably going to state and just competing there because it gives you the ability to network with other people in HOSA from different schools around Arizona. And it's just like a 3-day vacation. Like you only compete one day. The other days are just vacation, basically. You get to hang out with everyone. And it's like less formal than anything. Like you have one day where you're completely dressed, focused, and ready to work, and the other days you're just ready to like have fun because it's tiring, I guess.
I would say my favorite is also state. I enjoyed all of the friends I made at state. We got to network with all the other schools in our district. You meet a lot of people that are like you. You meet a lot of people with similar interests. I mean, I still talk to my friends from Verado who are in HOSA, and like I still talk to other people who I met there.
Where's state at? Like where do they go first date?
We go to Tucson, and we stay in this like 5-star resort, and they like have breakfast.
I think it's La Paloma.
It's the same as
It's the
FDLA.
same,
Yeah.
it's the same as FBLA.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a super nice hotel.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
We have a pool night.
Yeah, I tried to go pool night, but there was like 50 people in the hot tub. It was
Oh,
nasty.
yeah.
we went anyways.
It's just gross.
Yeah, we were still in there.
It's just a bath with a bunch of friends. I don't know how I feel
Yeah,
about all
a
that.
bunch of strangers.
Yeah.
We played Never Have I Ever, and we made this poor old lady leave. she
I couldn't imagine going on vacation and a bunch of high schoolers just being around you.
Oh my god, that would
Well,
suck.
I think they should know.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
they went to vacation in Tucson, so.
That's true.
Hey, but the EGs is good.
Yeah.
What made you guys want to join HOSA?
My mom made me, but I actually did end up enjoying it.
Yeah. My mom worked as a phlebotomist at Abrazo West, so I already knew that I wanted to do something at least in the medical field since I was little. So I guess I saw this club as like a jump start to it gave me the opportunity that maybe not a lot of other kids could take it. So I decided to try, and I really liked it because most of my friends are from HOSA anyway. So
What is a phlebotomist?
phlebotomist. So they basically just draw blood around the hospital. So like my mom would go to the first floor, draw blood from like ER patients. She'd draw blood from like labor and delivery patients, stuff like that. So she would see like the worst of it from the ER and like the calmness of like delivery. That's not calm, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or just people like giving blood and stuff.
Yeah.
So what does HOSA have to offer as opposed to other schools that can, or other clubs that Canyon do?
So HOSA really, it is medical focused. So like compared to other clubs, like you're not going to get as much like medical experience. You're not going to be able to network as much with other kids who are interested in that same topic. Like it's really, honestly, at the end of the day, what sets HOSA apart from other clubs is how involved in the medical field it is.
Yeah, and I think it just gives you that ability to like network with other people that have that same like focus in life as you, and overall just, I don't know how to put it, like it's medical focus like Ryan said, so it helps you with like patient care, even though that's like not something that's really talked about, because all you really know is like the blood, the bones, the stuff like that, but you don't get to talk about the sit down and telling a patient, you know, like, so you learn all of it.
The whole field.
Yeah.
And does it like tie into our sports med classes here and our medical assisting very well, or is it kind of separate?
So it used to be separate, but our main goal this year is to incorporate it into the classroom and outside of the classroom. At other schools, you're supposed to be doing it combined, and that's how we get our CTE funding.
Yeah.
So this year, because we haven't really been doing that, our main goal is to make sure that it's in the classroom. Like we're gonna have study days for HOSA. We already have started filling out like what tests we want to take. We are filling out already like forms for like service hours and like all of that. Yeah.
Do you guys want to do in medical field when you get outside of high school? And if so, what part of the medical field?
We both would like to be nurses.
Yeah, I think I would want to be like a nurse, and then maybe after a few years here, go into traveling. Or I actually really started getting into athletic training, so I would want to be like an NBA athletic trainer. So.
Ooh, NBA.
Yeah.
No, I would rather be an ER nurse. I feel like I appreciate like all the rush I get. I love a good adrenaline rush.
Adrenaline juggy or
junkie.
Does HOSA give you a pathway into that stuff like straight outside of high school, or is that what medical assisting does?
So HOSA is kind of like networking. So like it won't set one up for you, but if you continue to go through it, because there's HOSA in college, like
It gives you the baseline.
Yeah, it gives you a baseline. Like I've already, like last year when I did my EMT competition, like I met other like EMTs, I met other like college professors. Like there were a lot of people there who were just like there to help, and like if you go up and you talk to them, like they can help you with down later in life.
Oh, do you get like, with HOSA, do you get like in-house experience? Like do you go to hospitals and stuff and go and look, or is that like an option?
I mean, it's definitely, if we could set that up, we definitely would. We're trying to get into more like our field trips. Like I know there's an ASU cadaver lab where you can go look at like the dead bodies that they've provided for science.
And then for GCU, they do a stop the bleed lab. So like there's a lot of other things that like with HOSA, like you could go and do with that. Like,
yeah. But I would say the majority of that comes from like internship, like setting it up for yourself. But I guess HOSA is like a group way to like, if you're like scared to do it alone, because I know a lot of people are, like you can get like a group of friends and go do that together. So yeah.
And what would you say to like the people that are kind of hesitant to join because they're like, oh, I might not be here, or like anybody that's kind of iffy about joining? What would you say to them?
Well, I would say join HOSA anyways, because it's not a lot of time. Like we meet once a month after school for like 10, 15 minutes. And that's like our officers who meet. So the rest of it just gets relayed into class. Because again, as a CTSO, you have to incorporate it into the class.
Do you have any examples of events? Like you say you did for EMT, like an event, but is there any other examples for the events, and what do you do in those event categories?
Oh yeah, well there's sports medicine. So like at the state test, in order to get into state, you take a written exam. It's
Or
like
a
a
multiple
50,
choice,
multiple choice exam. like 50 questions. If you pass that, or if you get like higher than the rest of the kids in your state that also took that test, you'll go into the state, so where you'll go to Tucson. And then, so there's sports medicine. You like do basically an athletic trainer's job, I guess, wrapping, taping, just like evaluations of an athlete on the field. There's even like dental assistant, there's medical spelling. Like, it's not all about just like the adrenaline aspect of the medical field. It could be like, there's like HOSA Bowl, where it's like just like
it's just
trivia questions
It's like
about
Jeopardy.
Yeah. So
But for HOSA.
yeah.
Ah, is there nationals for HOSA?
Yes,
Yeah.
there is.
And this year it's in Houston.
Yeah, Houston. I wanna
Has
say.
any of you made it to nationals?
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
How did we perform at nationals?
Unfortunately, Taylor Pays, which was the girl that made it to nationals through Beatrice's chapter last year, she couldn't go, but she placed second at state overall for, do you remember what competition? Was it Healthy Lifestyle?
It's healthy lifestyle, so it was just like a presentation. So she gave a presentation. She made slides. She made posters. She did a really good job.
She did. And we had a couple few placers. So I think the first, second, and third placers at state go to nationals, and then like fourth and fifth, they're just placers. Yeah.
They're like, oh, you did your best. Good job.
Yeah.
So do you have a lot of projects that you have to work on, like, obviously not outside of school, but for like a long time before you go to state, and like have a project prepared? Or do you have both impromptu and sort of?
I would say it's a mix of both, because for like, there's regional competitions as well, which is where you get all those presentations, like the PSA, like the healthy lifestyle presentations, things like that. But when you get to state, it's more of like the hands-on. They'll give you 12 minutes, you'll read a scenario, and then you'll do whatever best fits. Yeah.
How do people get into HOSA? Who do they talk to, or who do they come to? Who do they sign up for?
That was a good one.
What's the process in doing that?
Well, you could always come up to us
Yeah.
or Mr. Babbins, our Sports Med 1 teacher.
Or Miss Eames. She's our new Sports Med 2 teacher. Or you can go talk to Mrs. Chavez. She's in the X4. She's the medical assisting teacher. So yeah, you can talk to any one of those host advisors, or you can just come up to us and just say you're interested in it, and we could definitely write you into it.
And do you have to be in one of those sports med classes to join HOSA?
You have to be in one of them, or you had to have completed one of them.
Okay.
So like, you could be in HOSA if you completed Sports Med 1 and 2, but you couldn't if you just took Sports Med 1.
I thought you could. I think you just
Like if
have
you're-
to be in Sports Med.
Okay.
Or like if you finished it, like since we're already finished with Sports Med, we could still be in HOSA
Yeah.
because of our completion of the
Yeah, but you'd have to
class.
complete Sports Med 1 and 2, not just Sports Med 1.
Can you not do it like while you're
I think
taking
you're-
sports
No,
med?
you
do it
can't
as
take
a
it while
freshman.
you're Sports
Yeah.
Med.
Okay.
You just have to like, if you're like, say in TV and film now, but you took Sports Med 1
Next
and
year.
2. Yeah, if you took Sports Med 1 and 2 already, you could be in. But if you had just taken Sports Med 1 and now you're in TV and film, you couldn't be in HOSA.
But you can't if you only took sports med 1 and then now you're in a different one?
Yeah, now you're in Sports Med 2 or medical
Say
assisting.
like you didn't take sports med 2, but you took sports med 1 in a previous year. Could you still do it or no?
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay. I think that as long as you're in the Sports Med pathway, you're allowed to.
Or like medical
Or have
pathway.
completed the pathway?
Yeah,
Or have
com-
completed
Okay.
it, yeah.
Are there officer and leadership positions in HOSA? And are you guys any of those? Leadership or officer?
Yeah. I'm president of Mr. Babbin's chapter.
Yeah, and I'm president of the Sports Med 2 chapter, and we both have our vice presidents and our secretaries.
Yeah.
And this Wednesday, actually, we're going to do officer training at West Mech. So, yeah.
Is it pretty hard to become an officer? Do you, like, anybody with the drive can do it pretty much?
Yeah, I think as long as you're focused and determined to make HOSA, like, we're at this point, we're just trying to build it up now. So I think as long as you're able to put your mind towards it and just give it all your creativity, then I don't think it's that hard to be an officer. But I mean, there's other people that obviously want this position.
Yeah.
And you just have to,
Fight for it.
Yeah, fight for it. Show your dedication.
How long have you guys been in it?
We've been in it since our freshman year, sophomore year.
Yeah.
So yeah, since COVID. It was crazy, but it really opened like the gateway to like my friends, I guess. So I don't regret it.
So you guys would say you had the full HOSA experience and would recommend it to anyone who wanted to be a part of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like in the beginning, because of COVID, we didn't have that much of a HOSA experience. But now that like we're back in the swing of things, like I feel like my HOSA experience has been very good. And I feel like if somebody were to be in it for all 4 years, they'd feel the same.
Yeah. And I feel like we've gotten all the sides of it. I mean, we had it during COVID, like we had it last year with all of our advisors. And then this year, all of our advisors have left us. And we got new ones, but we're trying to build it back up, you know, trying to build the students' confidence, because I know most of them knew all the advisors, and that was their main reason of staying in HOSA. But now I think they're just holding on to what's now. So we're just trying to build our way back up, yeah.
What would you guys say is the most important impact HOSA had or will have on your life, like going forward or going back?
I think just learning about all the different opportunities and the different viewpoints of the medical field, because you get to learn that it's not just nurses, it's not just like
Doctors.
Yeah, doctors. It's dental assistants, orthopedic surgeons, like orthodontists. It's different things like that, and then overall just making new friends that have the same interests as you too.
Yeah, I will say it's given me a lot of experience, not only in showing off my sports medicine like skills and knowledge, but also just in like meeting everyone new and like, I mean, I've obviously made lifelong friends, so I don't know, it's nice.
Are you able to continue HOSA when you leave high school
Yeah.
after you graduate?
Yeah, there's HOSA in college
Yeah.
that you can join.
Like one of our former HOSA students, she graduated last year. I'm almost positive she's doing HOSA this year because of how much she enjoyed it last year.
Are you guys going to continue it in your college?
I probably will, yeah.
If it doesn't affect my studies, I feel like I will, yeah.
And it's just like an added plus to what I want to do and what I'm studying there anyways. So, I mean, I don't see it as like an issue going into it.
Do you guys already have plans for the colleges that you guys want to go to, or?
I plan on going to U of A to go into nursing or NAU. It's one of those two, so.
And I'll probably go to U of A as well, or I will go to OSU.
Oklahoma State?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the football players are there.
Does HOSA also look really good on college applications?
Yes, and there are a lot of opportunities to get scholarships through HOSA as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it too late for me to join? Oh, I've never done medical. I can't even consider joining.
I mean, unless you want to transfer to sports med.
Not now. It's too late. I'm already in FBLA.
Well, it's not too late if you ever decide you want to join.
I mean, you are taking your senior year over again, so you never know.
That's true. I might have one more shot at this. My 5th year, I might join HOSA. So it's in consideration.
Perfect.
I wish
See,
that was a
anybody
joke.
can join. HOSA is a very diverse program.
Even super seniors. Super seniors can join too, as long with freshmen. They accept
Can super
Can
seniors
super
join?
seniors join? Okay, hypothetically, if I fail my senior year this year,
Yes.
and I come back and I want to take sports medicine 1, can I join HOSA next year?
You could join HOSA next year.
Guys, I might fail on purpose. You guys convinced me so well I'm going to fail my senior year just to join HOSA.
Okay, perfect.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
You did
Yeah.
great.
I appreciate it.
So if you want a 5th year at HOSA, just do what he does. Are you opening up historical positions for your leadership? Run for HOSA historian?
Historian. We have a historian.
Oh, yeah, but we'll for sure open more positions up for the officers.
Like we want every class to have like a class officer.
Yeah,
and
then
all
we
of
want
that.
like co-officers too, because I know most of our officer like team are juniors and seniors, so we're just trying to prepare them for when we leave, because most of us have been in HOSA, involved in HOSA. Like, we're student athletic trainers here at Canyon View as well, so like we're just trying to prepare them before we all leave and leave it all to them. So, yeah.
So what are you guys looking like to get out of HOSA this year, or like what are you looking forward to the most, and what are you looking to get out of this year? That besides state, because you've brought up state a lot. So like,
Well,
not like in a bad way,
Oh,
because
wow, okay.
state is
Jake, I didn't
obviously
know we
very
were
fun,
going.
but like,
Wow, he just like straight up attacked me. He like looked me in the eye too.
no,
He
no,
was
no,
like,
no.
"You brought it up a lot, Ryan." He said you're boring.
no, because obviously state is a very fun thing to do. You get to go to Tucson, you get to leave school, but like, what else are you excited for in HOSA?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited to build this program back up. That's what I'm excited for.
Well, I think that's probably all we got for you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming on and talking about HOSA.
Thank you so much for
And
Thank you for
having us.
having us.
Yeah, spreading awareness to the lower
Underclassmen.
underclassmen.
There we go. Lowerclassmen.
The underclassmen to join HOSA, build your program back up, and hopefully see better growth out of HOSA this year and in the years following.
Could we drop a teacher's email in the link below that they
Yes.
could email?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, we can.
Babin.
And that teacher would be
Mr. Babbins,
Mr. Babbin's link in bio.
who is also
Email this email right here above my finger to email if you're interested in HOSA. And if you're on campus, them too. Find their faces and ask them.
Yep.
They're very nice.
All right.
sometimes.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you later, Jags. Rawr.
Rar.
Oh.